Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 5 Minutes with Sean, probably 10. I am your host, Sean Welsh, and this is episode 1. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited to be doing this because I've been searching for a long time to find a medium that made sense for me. It wasn't blogging because I'm a terrible typer. It's not social media because I'm a hothead and can't really tolerate ignorant comments and feelings without thought and thoughts without facts and things of this nature. And I'm also very quick to reply. And so that just didn't seem like the healthiest way. This seems very controlled in a way for me to get out there and kind of speak my mind. And I'm an honest guy. I've been told I'm a bit arrogant. That's probably because I've been doing what I've been doing for so long. I think I'm great at it, right? But overall, my goal here is to give people a little bit of entertainment. Perhaps they get a nugget or two along the way, but most importantly is to just help you think about things perhaps in a different way. I've been told that I see the world in a different way. People have been asking me to do things like this to get my thoughts out there, and I've been reluctant because I always figured who cares what I have to say. But honestly, if you don't like what I have to say, obviously there's plenty of options out there. And if you do, then I really look forward to the engagement. I really look forward to the community that I'm hoping to create here. Just people who want to talk about these things and keep an open dialogue, because having done what I've done for as long as I have being in the car business, there's certain things I think need discussion. There's certain things I think need focus. And so that's what I'm going to hope to bring to this. Again, I am not college educated. My quick background on me, I'm 36 years old. I started as an entrepreneur at the ripe old age of 8 years old with my own SJW cleaning service, which is basically my way of telling my parents, hey, no more free labor. You guys got to start paying a bill around here like some of my other friends' parents do, right? They win for it, probably to feed my entrepreneurial spirit, as well as maybe they knew they were caught, on free labor. I really don't know. But I do know that that's where it all began, and my love of money starts there. And it really took off from there. I kind of upped the ante every time, right? So I started off with selling newspapers. I took that and I sold, Cutco knives like every other good salesman I know. And then I took that into cars, right? I took that into suits, saw what kind of commission I could make there. Then I took that into cars and figured the commission would follow as it did. But because money was my ruler, money was my motivator, money was everything that I thought of, it had kind of taken over. And it made me, I don't know, probably rude, obnoxious, any of those words that you can think of. And more importantly, when people ask me, Sean, how do you sleep at night being a car guy? My answer when I was a kid was on a big pile of money. Why? How do you sleep? And it was this defense mechanism that made it feel like, doesn't matter what I do for a living, I make a bunch of money doing it. In retrospect now, as someone in their mid-30s as opposed to someone in their teens, I'm understanding now that I should have answered the question differently. And when asked today, how do you sleep at night selling cars, the same way you do, hopefully on a pillow and on a bed. And I leave it at that because it doesn't have to be about my money. It doesn't have to be about why I'm crazy about what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I absolutely love what I do. And what I do is I'm the CEO and co-founder of Car Biz Done Better. And I am fortunate enough to do that with my wife, who is my absolute best friend. And anything that's good that's happened to me since 2003 is a direct correlation to her being in my life. And the other person involved is my business partner, who I've known north of 20 years, who's someone who's known me from the actual, child days of being a money-hungry animal to today running this company and being a little bit more level-headed. Now, most people who meet me today say, Sean, there's no way you're level-headed. But I am. I truly am. And this is what I'm trying to do with my life to not only help dealers deal with what they deal with every day, which is marketing and ad dollars and vendors and all these other things, but just to get it out there, because as much as this podcast will be car business centric, it will be small business centric as well. Not only do I own and run one, but I also interact with a ton of them. We live up in Wisconsin and have small towns all around us run by small business owners. And so I'm always constantly talking about them. And unlike most social media that I truly feel like most people go to when it's time to yell, scream, and be negative, I'm going to try and bring both in here. That doesn't mean I'm not going to have hot days where I get frustrated over things and do a little bit of yelling and screaming. Or on the flip side, I'm also going to have days that I'm very positive and upbeat. But know one thing, no matter what tone you hear in my voice, it's all very legitimate. I am beholden to no one, except for my wife probably, to be fair. But in general, no one is going to tell me what to do, what to say, or when to say it. And so I live for conversation about my industry. I live for conversation about the topics that I have passion in. And so as we go through this, we're really looking for user engagement. We really want to hear from what we hope is a cool community of people who enjoy listening and are someone who says, Sean, do you ever think about it this way? Or challenge the thoughts? Nothing is better. I love having dialogue over all of the topics. So anything that you hear over the coming episodes, just remember, if you have a comment about it, let me know. It's something that I'm very open to doing. I don't allow necessarily for comments on the page because I'm not into what I consider to be social media tough guys or email tough guys, people who would never pick the phone up and say those things to me. And so you won't see a comment section. You won't find me on social media because I'm not going to engage in that sort of format. I got something to say. We'll say it behind closed doors. I don't need to bring it out privately. I certainly, throughout this podcast, will not be calling anyone or any company out by name. I will simply be talking about them in a general tone because I think it's important that that's how we approach it. I think this idea of, burning down other people's houses to build our own is a poor idea. I've never done it when I was selling. I see no reason to do it while I'm in this podcasting platform either. And so episode 1, very much about who I am, what I hope you get from this. And again, at the end of the day, as much as it will be about the car business, because that is my life, the small business part is an extremely important portion of it. It really is. And I know there are so many small business owners out there that when you hear me talk about analytics, you hear me talk about marketing, just because I'm talking about it in the car business doesn't mean it's not transferable to your business. As a matter of fact, I find most people I talk to, we actually have an advantage being in the car business because car business spends way more money than most anybody else in the medium to small business world on client acquisition. But they also have much higher and much more unrealistic standards than you as the small business owner. So remember that as being a part of what we hope is a cool community, your feedback is important, what you do, what you think of where we're at. If there's a topic you want to hear directly about, I love it. I mean, I'm full of thoughts and opinions, but if people can help provoke those, we can have an even better quality of what we're doing here. So I want you guys to just enjoy it. Take little bits and pieces where it makes sense or where it's convenient. And most of all, just try to think about things a little bit differently. There's nothing world beater about what we're doing here. It's just a different approach to things that are being done every single day. So again, you can reach me because we do want your comments. You can reach me. My phone number first, probably on the screen, but just because, first couple episodes here, we're working through things, is 262-278-0157. You can email us at Sean@carbiz, CARBIZ, donebetter.com. That's all one word. And remember, where you cannot find me is on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, the Instagrams. You will not see me there. You will see Car Biz because we were smart enough to know that we need to be represented in those spaces. But if you make messages there, if you try to engage us there, all you do is upset my poor little marketing team. They won't understand it, and they have been instructed explicitly to not bring any of it to me because I'm not interested in engaging people in that platform. This is why I started this. This is what I want to hear from people on. And let's just have a reasonable discussion about what we're doing here. So again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it and look forward every week. We're going to be updating this thing. So stay on it. Let us know what you think.